We all love our cities, but there's also, we want more. Yet, all too often, we leave it for someone else to act. Let me tell you a story. When I was a young boy of about 13, I had this wonderful Doberman dog, and we used to explore the city all over, and we discovered this 12.5-acre pristine forest in the middle of Mumbai's concrete jungle. It became one of my favorite places to go, but because it was so secluded and forgotten, it became the dark underbelly of the city. People started taking drugs there, people were brewing liquor there. The end result, in the 1990s, the BMC sealed the entire place off. So since the 1990s, nobody has been there. This forest just is. Cut to the present COVID times. Me and my lovely wife, who's over here, are walking nearby, and I say, "Come, let me show you something." And we jump over the fence and we get into this forest. And she is mesmerized. She's saying, "I can't believe we're in Bombay. Just with the birds there, there's no traffic. You're just transported somewhere else." It rekindled my desire that I've been holding for a very long time to share this with many, many more people. But we're scratching our head. It's like, how do I do this? Every year we do a project for the city in the office. It just remains on paper. So how do I get this built? So then we saw that if it's a citizens' movement, if citizens ask for this, then it'll probably get done. So I happen to be the founding chairman of the Napier Road Citizens Forum. And in our annual brainstorming, I bring it up. And everybody loves the idea. But they say, "But Rahul, just by ourselves, we may not be able to do it. Let's get some corporate backing as well." So we go to Sangeeta Jindal of the JSW Foundation, and she loves the idea, and she says, "Yes, we must do this." Collectively, we managed to get an appointment with Aditya Thackeray, who was the then environmental and tourism minister. Such an astute man. We had 3 versions of the design that I'll show you, and he chose the best one. The ball was rolling. We met the deputy commissioner and then the hydraulic department. I was surprised. Each time, everybody was just so enthused with the project, probably because it was to do with nature. I think it was mainly because citizens, so many of us, made this ask. We were still skeptical how it'll go, but then working with the hydraulic department, I found that they were enthusiastic, really particular about the quality, and it was just a pleasure. So all my skepticism, in the first few months went away. And lo and behold, after 3.5 years, we had the forest trail, now enjoyed by lakhs and lakhs of people in the city. Even the New York Times has picked it up and said it's one of the top 10 places to go in the city, competing with the Gateway of India. But what was most interesting was that the government was listening to everything we had to say. Because we were a community making this ask, they listened to every detail. We wanted it to be floating in the forest. We wanted it to be made of teak wood. We wanted the foundations to be minimal so it didn't disturb the forest floor. The stormwater, the rain could just flow underneath. We wanted human beings to keep above the ground so the flora and the fauna and the snakes below could continue to live. But, they listened to every little detail, like even the lighting. Now, this pathway is open from 5 in the morning to 9 in the night. So it's dark, both ends. And if we lit this too much, it would disturb the circadian rhythm of the animals. So we said we should only light the pathway very, very minimally. You can imagine for the BMC, which normally wants to light things up a lot, it would mean giving up a lot. But they listen. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that the government listens if we believe we can convince 2 people in our residence group who would probably go in to convince more, get a local designer and go to the government with a project. They listen. And don't take my word for it. This is happening all over the world, in Surat, in Bangalore, in New York, where 1/3 of the capital budget is decided by the citizens. Now imagine, Mumbai, 24,000 crores capital budget, 1/3, 8,000 crores, 26 wards, 300 crores. Imagine what we could do with 300 crores every year. This was built in 26 crores. So if year after year, citizens manage to get this done with 300 crores, what we can do, imagine year after year, in 10 years, our neighborhoods can be transformed completely. So let's express our love for the city by leaning in, taking the responsibility to change it ourselves. Thank you.